Hey everyone, Tony Dragon here. I have a lot of catching up to do. I finally found some time to record. I'm going to try something different here in the sense that instead of uploading everything at once, as soon as I finish editing it, which will lead to like 14 to 20 videos in a single day and then the rest of the week being empty, which probably isn't the best way of doing such a thing. So I'm going to put it like a maximum of 5 videos a day when I do have that amount. Some weeks will probably be slow because no new announcements. But with E3 coming, already out, I missed the live stream. So, I wish I could have seen it, but I already have a list of all the things that they presented. So I'll react to all those trailers and all those events. But yeah, with E3 already out and a lot of stuff coming out, a lot of trailers now out, I'm gonna have like a lot of content to go through and a lot of content to upload throughout the whole week. So yeah, so this one is James Bond vs. Austin Powers: Epic Rap Battles of History, Season 5. Okay, so James Bond vs. Austin Powers. I will be honest, who I like out of both of them, I love Austin Powers a lot more. I like James Bond just fine. In fact, I remember the original films. I think it was GoldenEye that I remember seeing for the first time. It was the first James Bond movie I ever saw. The new ones, I never was too motivated to go see them. But I did see all of the Austin Powers movies. I think it was all 3 of them. I remember seeing all 3 of them, and they were a lot of fun. They were just so funny. They were so classy. If that was even a word you can just use to describe Austin Powers, but it had this charm and this intelligent satire behind it, and I loved it. And yeah, it was just Austin Powers was just this naive, semi naive. He was naive in certain situations about certain things, but he always added a bit of charm to the film, and his interaction with a lot of the characters just made me laugh. Nowadays, yeah, some of them can be corny, but hey, back when I first saw it, it was probably some of the funniest things I ever seen in my life. So I am going for Austin Powers here. So yeah. I don't really know how this epic rap battle is gonna go. I mean, I'm thinking like, what can they make fun of each other? James Bond is written to be sort of this perfect character in terms of personality and charisma. Maybe Austin Powers can attack James Bond with certain failures of his mission, like he was blind to be used by this organization. Like all of his, like it's always like this organization he's working for, betrays him, and now he has to take him down. The next movie, another organization betrays him, you gotta take him down, so maybe that can be a theme. Austin Powers, I can see James Bond making fun of Austin Powers and a lot of things. Austin Powers screwed up a lot, and he can be seen, like I said, he can be seen as simple-minded in certain moments, when really he is rather intelligent, when he's given the right clues. So, yeah. Or maybe they'll make fun of the actors, because there's a lot James Bond can make fun of about Myers. There is a lot, yeah. That's if they bring actors into this. So, yeah, I don't know. But I am rooting for Austin Powers. I love him. I love his character a lot more than James Bond. I mean, James Bond is fine, but Austin Powers just, he was part of my childhood, so to speak. So that's when it started off in 3, 2, 1. Rap Battles of History. Bond. Huh. Not a bad look. Nah, it's Peter. Nah. Ooh, yeah. Damn.
movie died. Guess you only live twice. Call my name. The ladies wanna be on D. Any sex appeal you might have is beyond me. On the spot from my head to my throat. After this flow, I'm done. I only need one round. Golden gun. You look a lot more blonde in your movie, baby. That's alright. Let's just keep it groovy, baby. Tell me this will be boring.
I like the change in music there.
I've never seen such a miserable spy. I've also never seen a man with glistening thighs. I mean, you can't shack properly with that wax, cuz. Words flock to the musk of my chest fuzz. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're bringing in all that sexiness. Woo! True.
My time with this clown. I should be on an island with a fucking model by now, sipping dry martinis and peeling off bikinis, not rapping against Swedish penis pumping weenies. I didn't say I was finished. I'm sick of your silly gimmicks. I'm the best spy in the business. Just ask all the critics. I've been through hell, so you're a bit of a cynic, but I'm the original model that you're free ass mimics. I wouldn't exactly call you original. It's the most dominant bomb spies who pay homage, handing out ass whippings about some real James Bonding. Your performance doesn't scare me, and I'm certainly not shaking. What a shitty acting in my action film. I'd go and watch Taken. I see your modern.
The original James Bond, baby.
I don't need a cue to break your balls. I'm the granddad of the brand millions of fans have been sold on. You're so far up on my nuts, I should call you Bond. Gold Bond. Yeah, can I get back in my rap, please? Rap, please, you velvety hack. It's the movie business and you've had your six. The world has had quite enough rug-wearing misogynists. Yeah, to be honest, you are a bit rapey. I mean, I like to swing, but Dr. No means nothing. Our brains are extraordinary yet undistinguished. They made a mini needed have to cast speech and English. Or maybe they should cast a Bond who's actually English. Why, pussy, aren't you the cunning linguist? As a matter of fact, I've got a knack for licking old cunts. After I beat you, I'll kick the shit out of the man who does your sets. Now you listen here, you little duck favorite. I'm all in. I'm ready to die any day that you want.
Oh man. Yeah, this really felt like more of a rap battle between the old James Bond and the new James Bond. Ooh, wow. I love this beat. I'm definitely downloading this song. Ooh. It got really good near as soon as Austin Powers' verse came up. Yeah, but it really felt like it was more of a old James Bond versus new James Bond. Like right there, it's like as soon as the second verse of James Bond started, and then the old James Bond came up, it really didn't seem like Austin Powers was really important anymore. So it sucks really bad because I wanted him to win. But yeah, all three have their faults in terms of I guess design. But honestly, I still love Austin Powers a lot more. As you said, he's still he's still seen as a good spy, but he's a lot more fun with it. With the new James Bond, it is rather, I wouldn't say gritty, because I've seen more gritty movies than James Bond, but they always felt kind of, they took themselves so seriously, and even when honestly realistically that's not how spies work. At least I wouldn't assume so from what I've read up on spies in history. But then again, maybe the spies of today do work like that, and they're just that good at being spies, and I don't know anything about them. I mean, that's the point of being a spy, right? No one knows about you. So, yeah, I don't know. And he did say that. I will say that the old James Bond was a bit misogynistic, I suppose, in terms of writing. All the females were relegated to just forced romantic interests and just there to, have sex with James Bond. But to be fair, a lot of the new James Bond movies did the same thing. They did have she's a scientist, she's smart, yeah, but she's still there to have sex with James Bond. If you give me a James Bond movie where the female lead doesn't have sex with him at the end, I'll believe you that you're not all writing the female character just to have romance with him. But then again, maybe one of the recent films did that. Like I said, I haven't been keeping up with the new James Bond movies that much. It's true that James Bond is constantly rebooted and remade with a new actor. I think there's gonna be a new James Bond eventually with a new different actor. Because I remember the one before said he was tired of the role and wanted to quit. Austin Powers only had 3 movies, and while the third one wasn't the best, it was still good in comparison to the genre of spy movie. It was still a lot of fun. But yeah, he only had 3, and that's it. It was done. And to this day, Austin Powers can still be considered a classic movie trilogy. At least in my eyes. I like some of these suggestions I'm looking at right now. Yeah, but... Yeah, so... like I said, I would have loved to say Austin Powers won, but because halfway he just kind of faded into the background, and it just became a battle between the new and old James Bonds. So I'm gonna have to give it to one of those two instead of Austin Powers, because it was written that way. It sucks. But new or old? Yeah, the new one, like you said, he's very cynical. He's very bland. It's like I should be on an island by now already with a model. It's like, and he's the one who's calling the old version kind of misogynistic. I'm gonna go with the old one. That classic white suit and like I said, the old films were the first ones I ever saw of James Bond. They're the ones that introduced me to spy films in general. And while Austin Powers cemented my love for spy films, the new James Bond didn't really do much to keep me invested in spy film genre. So, I'm going to go with the old James Bond. Because like I said, I would have loved to make Austin Powers the winner of this one for me. But the writing just made it feel like he was just, just relegated to background as soon as the old James Bond came up. But he could have done a lot more. So, I would if you had to force a gun to my head, yeah, the old James Bond won. But that's only because. But if Austin Powers had more lines, I would have just given it to him because he was kind of winning for me in terms of delivery and just creativity in his verses. So, yeah, but officially it's gonna be the old James Bond. Played by Epic Lloyd. So yeah, that's my decision. So, I guess next time I see you guys will be for the next ERB. Don't know what that's gonna be. So, yeah, I have a lot of catching up to do, especially with E3. So, till then, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye bye.